Welcome to Business Innovators Radio, featuring industry influencers and trendsetters sharing proven strategies to help you build a better life right now.
Welcome to the show. I'm your host, JC Soto, and today our guest is speaker, coach, and author Lila Gonzalez. She's also the creator of Elevate Your Sales. Welcome to the show, Lila Gonzalez.
Thank you so much for having me.
To start off, tell us a little bit more about Elevate Your Sales and how you're helping your clients.
Well, thank you so much again for having me. One things I see with entrepreneurs, any business owner, anybody who's selling anything, is that the conversation between them and another human is challenging. It's difficult sometimes. It's the most hard part about business. It's not the beautiful product, beautiful service, amazing opportunity. It's not even in the back end when you're taken care of and in the fulfillment. It's the sales conversation. It's not even marketing. It's not the offer. It's not the marketing. It's sales. And so what I believe is that most people think of sales and it's kind of icky, like I'm going to take your money for something. And what I do is I help my clients create what I call really sweet conversations, gentle conversations, where they're very present in their sales conversations so they can genuinely connect and hear what the other person needs on a really deep level. And then it's an easy no-brainer for the person to buy their product or service. So it's not so much of a selling, I would say, from what you might think of as a masculine approach to selling, going forward towards somebody. It's more of sitting back, listening, offering, and inviting somebody in. So that's what I do.
Sounds good. Now, you talk about listening and caring so you can do better in your sales. And what are the advantages of doing that?
Yeah, well, what's interesting, nowadays, most people have been sold to on some level a lot of times in even one day because of the internet. There's advertisements everywhere along the roadways now. And so people are either numb to it or they're turned off by it. And so when you approach sales from a standpoint of being a really good listener, because let's just be honest, most people are not good listeners. It's hard to be heard in this world. So much distraction. So if you show up as the kind of person who's a great listener and really caring, and like I say, not just caring about what they're saying, but listening so much, listening so deeply from your body, that you can really hear and care about something deeper that they care about. And they'll always tell you on some way. They'll hint at it. And if you are listening, you'll catch it. And you'll be there for them to help them in that area. So it's a higher level of commitment, I would say, to your clients or to your potential clients or to the people you want to work with. It's a higher level of commitment of your presence. But I believe that all of us could do that more and more and more. And our businesses would be easy and fun and smooth.
Sounds good. Are there any myths when it comes to elevating your sales through listening and caring? Anything you hear common from your clients?
Yes. One of the biggest myths that entrepreneurs make is that when they hear no, they think it's no forever. What I've seen over and over in my own business, if I care about somebody, I'm going to continue to offer them my services until they say, Lila, I don't ever want to work with you. But I'm going to offer and offer and offer, because if I see they're suffering in their business, for example, I'm going to help them. So if they said, no, Lila, I'm not ready to buy your program, Elevate Your Sales, I would say, great. Let's talk later. Okay. They say, okay. And because I was so caring and so listening, so deeply listening, it's easy for them to want to hear me offer them something over and over. Some of my clients, I offered them something maybe 5 times, 6 times, 10 times before they finally said, okay, I'm ready to work with you. And so the biggest mistake that a lot of entrepreneurs make is they hear a no and they either get frustrated or they go on to more people. And more people are great. More people need help. But there's a lot of people you've already offered to, we could go back to and hear a yes from, even though they've said no before. Get a yes from them. Those are my favorite.
You're right. Business owners, sometimes they stop too soon, and they always try to look for more or newer leads when sometimes they have the prospects already in the backyard, in their list, and they sometimes forget about that. What other misconceptions are around the coaching industries? I know you're a coach, you're a speaker, you have your own book.
Yeah.
What about that?
Okay. This is my favorite one. You ready? Online courses. Everybody wants to drink a pina colada on the beach while money's going into the bank, right? That's the idea behind the online course. Oh, you can be rich and you can have online courses and you can make money while you're sleeping. Yes, you can. It's 100% true. And it takes time. It takes work. It's not the first thing you're going to do in your coaching business. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to work with one human, and then you're going to work with another human, and then probably 200 humans. Maybe I always say, I say like 50 to 200 clients will give you an idea how you can make a lot of money with an online course. Unless you've been in an industry and doing the same kind of work for years and years and years. But if you're new in coaching, don't put together some online course first. Get 10 clients, get 15 clients. If you get 50 clients, for example, my program, Elevate Your Sales, there's been at least 50 people that have gone through that program, right? And I didn't even create that program until several years into my business because I wanted to make sure it was amazing. So I worked with individuals. That's the biggest myth. Don't start with online courses. Don't start with group programs. Start with one human at a time. And I'll give you this. If anybody's out there wanting to be a coach, you can, the coaching industry, what I would say standard wise, if you can work with about 10 to 22, anywhere, depending on your business model, 10 to 22 clients as a coach is a nice coaching business and gives you a lot of expertise, a lot of experience and knowledge. So carry about 10 to 22 clients for a period of time and then build an online course and automate and all that kind of fun stuff.
And when they hear about this new concept of elevating your sales through listening and caring, I'm sure they bring up some fears that they have deep inside of them. What are those?
Yeah, the number one is rejection. Is if I say, will you buy my thing? Will you buy my product? Will you buy my service? I have this amazing thing to offer you. It can help you. If the other person says no, it hurts. Most people, that moment when the other person says no, they're hurting. They're taking it personal. Instead of really staying in a place of listening and caring about the other person's vision. And this is normal in the beginning of a business owner's journey. But if you're willing to hear no a lot, and then follow up and hear no a lot more, be willing to feel the rejection. When I first started my business, it didn't feel good to hear no. It didn't feel good to get on the phone for hours and hours and hours and hear no. And yet, here I am teaching sales. I learned how. I started teaching it, right? And here we are today talking about it. And what now, instead of feeling rejection, what I always offer people the idea is listen more to the other person and why they're saying no. Because usually it's not, most people say no because of money, time, or a relationship, maybe a spouse or something. Most time there's something deeper. And if we're there for the person, the other person has some sort of fear going on, or maybe it's not the right fit, the product or service. But if we get out of our own fear of rejection and be of high service to the other person, sales is easy. I love it. You get to learn about humans and help them. No problem. It takes some work. It takes some time and energy. And, we in the sales world, right? There's a lot of, if you've heard about sales before, you've heard maybe about the topic of handling objections. Sales doesn't happen really in a sales conversation. Sales happens in the handling objections part of the conversation. That's the harder part of the conversation. Uncomfortable. Most people don't want to do it. And it's okay. I get it. But there's ways to do it in a way where you listen and care, and it's easier.
And fear of rejection is probably really common fear. Probably one of the deepest fears that we harbor. How can they take care of that? What can they do about those fears?
I love this question. Number one, I would say find yourself a sales system that works. You're going to need to do dozens of calls to find one that works, so just keep going. Think of yourself like a baby who's learning to walk, or a new, a kid who wants to play basketball and has to dribble for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks just to learn how to dribble the ball. Think about yourself as a newbie if you're not good at sales. But go in and just do a lot, and then find yourself a system. If you need one, there's lots of sales systems online. I can help you. And, there's lots of, JC, there's lots of people, tons of sales systems, but find one that works for you. I would say one. Be willing. All right, you ready? Number two, be willing to suck. Find a system that works and be willing to suck. In the beginning, you're not going to be good. That's okay. You'll be all right. You'll get better. Okay. And then number three would be, don't take anything personal. When somebody says no to you, it has nothing to do with you, has nothing to do with your service. Maybe you weren't able to exhibit the value you offer, and you can learn from that, though. That's a great lesson. But most of the time, it has something to do with them. So you just lean back, offer with a trusted system, and know that no matter what people say, yes or no, it has nothing to do with you. It's all about them.
Really good advice. At some point, we were all newbies. We were all learning, and we all sucked. And those are perceived obstacles that we keep repeating in our minds. What other perceived obstacles you hear from your clients?
A lot of my clients say, I need more people. I need more leads. I need better marketing. Marketing. I kind of like the Brady Bunch, Marsha. Marketing. Everybody wants better marketing. And I love that. I love teaching marketing. I love sharing certain parts of marketing. I'm a speaker. That's one way to market, right? So the issue is, though, once they get the marketing brilliantly done, then they make this pathway for people to come to them. They don't know how to sell their stuff. So many clients want better marketing, more people. But once they get the people, they don't know how to sell the stuff. And so I stand kind of on a soapbox, like screaming from the rooftops, like, friends, learn how to sell your stuff. Before you start to go out there and become, the best marketer for your business, do some marketing, get really just your face. I always say your face, your mouth, your 2 feet are your best marketing in the beginning of your business. However you can get in front of people, right? Learn how to become really good at sales. You don't need better marketing until you're master at your sales. That would be the biggest thing I could share right now. It's bold. I hope it's helpful, though, for people.
I bet it does. And pitfalls and common mistakes. I see a lot of business owners on their way to elevating their sales through listening and caring. What are those mistakes and pitfalls that you see are common? They're repeated constantly, and you have to keep an eye on those to keep the business owners on the right track.
Mm-hmm. I would say there's 2 things that go on. One is they're just scared and they don't set up enough. I often say it's not even a conversion issue for people. It's a volume problem. So more people. I say there's almost 8 billion humans on the planet. Go talk to more people. Okay. they're going to be the best way you understand yourself and your business and your sales and everything. And then once you feel like if it's not working, get some help, of course. Don't go out there and just go forever. But go out there and talk to more people. Most people think that it needs to happen overnight. So I coach coaches and other, business owners who want to make six figures in their first 12 months in their business. They often have been trying business for a couple years, so they've been in business. They might have a few clients, but they're not like big time doing business, right? They want to make six figures. So I help them make six figures. They somehow think that it's going to happen overnight. It's not working, Lila. And but what's beautiful, we always look at the facts and look at the stories. We'll start looking at the facts. The facts are they'll have like 5 clients. They sold 5, right? And that's just the beginning. I said, well, if you can sell 5, you can sell 500, right? In the beginning, you've got to do the work. If we're going to really build these businesses, if we're really going to create impact in the world, it takes a consistent commitment to the vision. The sales is important. The marketing is important, yes. Having a beautiful services and all that. But the commitment to the vision and having a no matter what attitude and just going for it, going all in, right? I say just juice it, right? Juice life. No, without expectations. Because if somebody wants to make 6 figures in a year, you may have seen this before. They may make 6 figures and $80,000 of the $100,000 might come in the last month and a half. Right?
Yes.
It's not like it always comes evenly because we've got to learn and do the work and practice and get better. And so I think that I just want to encourage everybody that if you feel frustrated and if you feel it's not working, my number one advice, keep going. Keep going. Stay committed to your vision. You're worth it.
Do you have someone that you helped overcome these obstacles and help that person succeed in elevating their sales? Somebody off the top of your head?
Yes. One of my clients right now, beautiful, beautiful woman. She's an author. She's a speaker. She's a business coach actually as well. And she has been a colleague of mine for quite a few years. And she's one of the people that I kept making an offer to. I said, hey, we'll call her Sue. Hey, Sue, I really want to help you in your business. I see what you got going on. I love what you're doing. I want to help you make your sales, right? She's like, no, I'm doing this thing. And no, I'm doing that thing. And over and over and over, I made her an offer. And she came to a workshop. And this woman had spoke probably 200 times on stages. Almost 0 clients from it. Imagine her frustration of being all over. People think so from social media, from all people think she's so successful. No clients, right? And I know this about her because I'm friends with her, I'm colleagues with her, and I'm close to her, and she's a speaker friend. And she came to a workshop where I talk about my 7-step sales system and elevate your sales. And right that evening, she stayed. She said, Lila, can I stay? I'm going to call somebody and see if I can sell a program. I said, yeah, go for it. She sold her first $12,000 coaching program. She has since built her 6-figure business, had multiple clients in multiple countries. She's created her first online program. She's moving from Colorado to the beaches of Florida, right? I mean, this is just beyond exciting for me. I mean, I have clients that this is one thing it seems when you work with me, you get to move where you want. People move from England to Mexico, from Colorado to Florida, from Ohio to Denver. I mean, I have people moving all over because I help them build these online businesses, and they were trying to work, right? My one client speaking all over, no clients. Now she gets to be picky and choosy about where she speaks because she only wants to be in Colorado sometimes and Florida sometimes.
That sounds like a dream.
I just get, you see how jazzed I get. I'm like, oh my gosh. It's humbling. I'm blessed beyond means that I get to witness my clients grow like this. And it's really, for many of them, it is the sales conversation.
Can you give our listeners maybe 3 to 5 tips on how to start moving towards that path of elevating their sales through listening and caring?
Yeah. Number 1, show up as a leader when you talk to somebody about your services or products. Have a way of being, the way you stand, the way you talk, the way you greet people. Show up as a leader. Be very clear about your intentions with people. If you're going to sell them something, don't back end sell them. Don't have a conversation and sell them at the end. Tell them in the beginning, I'm going to offer you something. This is my number 1 advice, really. Be a leader. As a leader, tell them, I'm going to sell you something. I always do. And it's beautiful. It opens the heart, actually. So number 1, be the leader. Number 2, same thing, learn how to listen. The way you listen is breathe. If your belly is tight, you're not listening. So breathe and soften your belly to listen. You will sell more if you soften your belly, I promise. Keep breathing, brothers and sisters. Keep breathing. So be the leader, keep breathing. And then number 3 would be offer a transformation of a lifetime. And I don't even care if you're selling a Snickers bar. I want you to make that Snickers bar to that person seem like an opportunity of a lifetime in their mouth. Right? If it's a program, a service, you're helping them in a business, you're helping them with tires on their car, whatever it is. Honor what you have, honor your product, honor your service, and offer it from a place as if the other person buys it, it will be a lifetime experience for them. Okay, so be the leader. Be really present in your body. Keep breathing. And offer something that's a lifetime experience.
And I feel your excitement. What inspired you to become a coach? What was the spark to convince you this is the path I want to take?
Yes. Well, I'll give you a little story, a short little story, and then I'll tell you a little bit about the path. I called my mother about 1.5 years ago, and I said, Mom, what was I like as a child? And she said, well, you were very inquisitive, right? So here I am asking her questions about my childhood. Of course I'm inquisitive. The second one, she said, you were always a leader. And it actually stunned me. And everybody sees me like that when I tell them they're not stunned. But it stunned me. And I was like, really? Well, who was I always leading? And she goes, everybody. You're always telling us what to do. And we just do it. It just always was a good idea. And so there's this innate ability in me to see things that need fixed and want to help fix them. I spent 15 years as an environmental policy expert, teaching environmental policy even at The Ohio State University, the PhD level. And so I've always had a desire, a big heart, I just do, wanting to save the planet, wanting to help the politics, right? And then I realized people were very unhealthy. I started helping them with their bodies. I built a business doing that. Then I realized all my friends, all the people I knew that were trying to build businesses like I was, were struggling. So I thought, well, I'm just going to teach them what I know. And then one thing led to another. And before you know it, I'm, speaking on stages in front of hundreds of people about sales. But really, the coaching world, I was a cheerleader. I played t-ball and baseball. I love basketball. I've loved football. I've been a dancer. I've always been the kind of person who's been in the world of around coaches. So I've been influenced by coaches my entire life. And I think, without that influence, I grew up in a very abusive home. Without the influence of coaches and teachers and leaders like I am now, I wouldn't have become such a happy, person. I wouldn't have become successful. I might have stayed depressed and down and out where I come from. And so my goal is just to help lift people up. I got lifted up and out of a dark place when I was younger, through a lot of guidance from other humans, and I'm just doing it the same way. Business can really bring people down because they feel defeated. Money can bring people down because they feel scared. And so I'm here to help people sell more in their business, right, through listening and caring. But really, it's deeper for me. It's so that they feel successful. They feel accomplished. They feel like they can do what they want, move where they want, right? And they don't feel scared around money. So it's a deep love of humanity, really, for me. It might sound kind of cheesy, but it's true. I just love y'all.
Well, sounds like you were really, really active early on in life. And from that time, do you have a lesson that still impacts how you do business today, something that you can share with us?
Your body is directly related to your bank account. And everything else in your business. The thing is the body, we hear this in the spiritual world a lot, right? Whatever's inside us is outside of us. So there's this universal, universal theory. What is it called? Holographic universe theory, where everything on the outside of our life is also reflected on the inside. So if you take care of your body, if you pay attention, so for example, if you have lower back pain, it's typically associated with the mind having money fears, period. So if you know these things, and if you know how to take care of your digestive system, you'll have a sharper brain. You'll have more energy if you take care of your connective tissues. Everything in the body has a direct correlation with the bank account and the business. And so I have been active my whole life, and then I had this huge spiritual awakening and studied the body. I'm an anatomy geek, a mind-body expert, and it's been the powerhouse that's got me where I am. Sales is key, but without being present in my body. So everybody take a breath, soften your belly. Take care of your body, and when you do, trust that your business will have exponential growth if you do.
Fantastic. Now, when business owners start looking into doing this, elevating their sales through listening and caring, what is the most important thing that they should ask themselves when they start doing that?
I would say this is a numbers question even. If I had a client and they would ask me this, I would sit down and do numbers, and I would say, how much money do you want to make? How many units do you want to sell? How many conversations do we need to have to get you there? How do we find those people to have those conversations? And then just do the work. I work backwards for this. So everybody's capable of selling. Their sales system. Go online and Google. I mean, seriously, I always tell people, go on YouTube. If you don't even have to hire it, you can learn it on your own if you want to. You don't have to pay anybody. But commit to the numbers. Commit to mastery in this area. And you're the only one who can master sales with your business.
Sounds really important. Now, you've been doing coaching for a while now. If somebody's looking for a coach, can you give us some tips on what to look for in a good fit for somebody that's going to coach us?
Yes, absolutely. Number one, trust your gut. You will know if you have any sort of doubt, and you might have like a little fear, like, ooh, I'm about to fly out of the coop. That kind of fear, that adrenaline, a little bit like, oh, I'm going to go down the mountain, and ski but if the person itself, you need to really resonate with them. And I believe that the coach's job is to hold your vision higher than you can sometimes. Find a coach that's very non-judgmental, very trustworthy, and trust your gut, number one. So number two is find a coach who is where you want to be. Or further along, right? You want to be somewhere. Don't get advice from your friends who aren't where you want to go. Like, just don't do that. I have two friends. They're trying to work together on time management. And I asked both of them, I said, which one of you is good at this? Which one of you is an expert at time management? Right? So neither one of them. So neither one of them were. So I said, I got to help you guys. Right? I'll help you with time management. This is so Number 2, find somebody who is doing the things that you want to do or further along. Okay. And then number 3 would be, there's different kinds of coaching. There's one-on-one private coaching, and then there's group coaching. Really feel into, do you need community? Right? Like I have one-on-one, I have group coaching, I do different things for people. Do you need community, or do you need one-on-one, or do you need both? There's lots of different kinds of coaching. There's videos, private coaching, groups where you have community. There's live people you can meet in live experience. You can meet them virtually, right? Really feel into what is the experience that you want to have from your coach, and find a coach who offers that kind of experience as well.
Thank you. That's really good information. If somebody wants to find out more about Lila Gonzalez and elevate your sales, how can they find you?
Yes, I would love that. Well, you can visit. Well, here's what I will say. If you want help right away, right, you're like, I really need help in my business. I want to elevate my sales 6 figures on top of my business this year. You can always reach me. I say I'm a high touch point coach. You can always schedule a session with me. I'll help you out, help you with a plan at speakwithlila.com. And that's speakwithlila, Lila, speakwithlila.com. Or if you want to just check me out on Facebook, Lila Veronica, or my website, Lila Gonzalez, Lila, Gonzalez with a Z at the end, .com, lilagonzalez.com. And you can kind of check me out, see what I'm about, friend me on Facebook, and then if you want to talk directly, speakwithlila.com.
And for our listeners, all these links are going to be below this recording. And you can get a hold of Lila. I know she's really active on Facebook and her website, and she's easy to find. So, Lila, I want to thank you for taking time off your busy schedule to be with us and help us out to understand how to elevate our sales through listening and caring. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much. And thank you to our listeners. Thank you for being here and spending some time with us. Until next time. Thank you, Lila. Appreciate it.
Thanks for listening to Business Innovators Radio. To hear all episodes featuring leading industry influencers and trendsetters, visit us online at businessinnovatorsradio.com today.